I never thought that I would ever meet someone like him. It was summer and I was 18. Then we saw someone's house. It was our two main lead. Then some unknown person tries to say hi to someone. It was our main lead, but his face turned red like a tomato. Then, looking at this person's body, he thinks I fell in love at first sight. Now I know. Nothing makes sense, right? So let's read this from the start, but don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want part 2 lol. Okay, so let's get back to few hours ago. This is our main lead. His name is You Man, but I'll call him You. So are you was thinking that my name is You Main? Ever since I injured my head when I was 10, I've had a special powers. The doctors called it synesthesia. I can see people's emotions. Right now, someone was crying. She was a friend of You's. She was saying, he's so handsome, but his member is so small. Well, yep. She was talking about his duck on bed. Then You was thinking, I can see Sun Rua's mood value. The data appears visually and is even color-coded. It took a while to understand the emotions behind the colors. Black means fear, red is anger, green means embarrassment, blue means sadness, and yellow signifies lust. Then Sun yelled at You saying, are you even listening? And from now on I'll call her Sun. Then You says, don't be sad. Your feelings for him aren't that strong anyway. Just find a new guy. Then she tells You, easy for you to say. Then Sun cry a lot saying, why can't I get a good guy? Then You thinks, I guess it's a big deal to her. Then she suddenly stopped crying, saying hold the phone, making You confused. Then she asks You, why don't you become my boyfriend? But then You rejects her immediately. She cry and asked why. Then You tell her that you'd still be disappointed. I'm not particularly well endowed. Then Sun cried and said, oh, heavenly Lord above, why are you letting this happen to me? Making You laugh. Then a car stops in front of their neighborhood. Then Sun says, oh my God, so handsome. Then You also take a peek at him. Then Sun says, I guarantee, he's absolutely massive. And yes, she's talking about his duck. You didn't say anything, but his cheeks turn red. He's so handsome. He's even better looking than all my exes combined. Then he asks Sun, why don't you go say hi? Grandpa said he's a bachelor. Then she said, I know a 10 like him is way out of my league. I'm not pretty, and I'm not talented. All I can do is admire from afar. Then You says, you're exaggerating. But before he could complete his sentence, Sun says he's looking over here. After you take a closer look at that guy, aka our another main lead, You start blushing pink. His heart start beating faster and faster. He drops his popsicle stick. Then he puts his hands on his chest, thinking, what's going on? My heart is racing. Then Sun says all girls on this island want him. You have no idea how popular his bookstore is. Then Sun asked You, did you see that wind chime at his door? Then You said yes. Why? Then she gets closer to You and says, I heard that. It's a sign. He removes it. If there's a woman in there, that way, people won't disturb them when they know there's a guest. Then he looks sad and thinks, does he have a lot of girls over? And in that wind chime was written, after the rain freshens the empty hills, the autumnal dusk deepens the chills. Then at night You was at his room. Suddenly the power goes out and like a scared cat You complained to his grandpa and his grandpa told him that the fuse blew out. Then his grandpa said, Mayan, we don't have any spares left. Go ask the neighbor if they have any. Then You ask his grandpa to be careful. He'll be right back. Then You was outside of our another main lead's house thinking, why am I getting so nervous? Then he tells himself, don't be nervous. You're just here to borrow a fuse. And ring the doorbell. Then he opens the door and asks, who are you? The kid from next door.